7 billion barrels of oil found in Jamaica. So what does that mean? Well, that means you're in need of some freedom, my friend. America! No, seriously. So for almost 80 years, these people have been searching for oil on and offshore Jamaica, and them finally found it. The British-owned Oil and Gas and the Jamaican Petroleum Corporation organized an investor meeting at the Jamaican High Commission in London. Right? That right there, sir, is a dead giveaway that them ready to start signing up paperwork for start production of the oil they found in Jamaican territory. 7 billion barrels of oil, and them a search feed from the 1950s, and them finally find it. Shouldn't there be a celebration? No, the man them no too want say nothing. That's why we never see it on the front page or on the news, though. This happened around the time Vybz Kartel got out, so conspiracy theorists are saying them release Kartel for a distraction. But maybe the reason them no broadcast it is because them need for dig for samples. Digging for samples is the next step for verify that it is indeed oil. If it is indeed oil, it is valued at $3.5 trillion. Trillion. Back in 2015, oil was found in Guyana and they had unbelievable GDP growth, and they're saying that the oil found in Jamaica is comparable. So what does that mean for Jamaica? Imagine what that means for Jamaica. Oil was found offshore Jamaica, and now many Jamaicans are wondering, what does that mean for us and the country? Could that mean more earthquakes? Recently, Jamaicans were told to brace for a historic 7 magnitude earthquake. So many Jamaicans believe it's the offshore drilling that's causing the recent earthquakes on the island. Is that a crazy idea? Nah. Injecting wastewater from gas and oil drilling into deep wells can cause earthquakes. And this practice can activate dormant faults, which is linked to hundreds of earthquakes anywhere there's offshore drilling. Is our marine life in danger? Really and truly, with offshore drilling taking place, the marine life is definitely in danger, because expanded drilling increases the risk of oil contamination to wildlife and communities. Remember, oil breaks down into components that accumulate through the food chain, poisoning whales, dolphins, birds, turtles, fish, and shellfish. It's a sad reality, but oil spills are unavoidable whenever there's offshore drilling taking place. So let's hope our beaches and our marine life doesn't take too much of a hit. Does that mean a booming economy? In 2015, oil was found in Guyana. Guyana achieved a 62.3 GDP growth in 2022, the highest globally, and the IMF predicts that Guyana will continue being the fastest growing economy from now and beyond. And their GDP is expected to raise to 115% between 2022 and 2028. Remember, when real GDP is growing strongly, employment is likely to increase because companies can now hire way more people, put in way more money in your pocket, and that means way more money will be distributed amongst Jamaicans and around Jamaica, which means a booming economy. So does that mean more jobs and more money in the pockets of Jamaicans? Hopefully. Me? What does I hope the government do the right thing?
Oil in Jamaica. There are many reports stating that Jamaica had discovered a large reserve of oil. But here's the thing, it's actually not the first time that oil is being discovered in Jamaica. Good night, ladies. Good night, gentlemen. And welcome on another episode of 12 AM Facts. And tonight we'll be taking a look at if Jamaica has ever discovered oil before. The short answer to that question is actually yes. Jamaica has discovered oil before. The thing is, Jamaica has actually discovered oil multiple times before, at least 11. But the previous times, it wasn't really much. Now, it is said that the government had set up about 3 onshore wells in Jamaica. Now, think about an onshore well as something like this. So basically, you have the oil well, it digs into the ground and tries to tap into oil reserves. The thing about it is that Jamaica has came across oil seeps, so they have found oil, but it was never that much. And think about an oil seep as basically a little place where you have that oil coming up to the earth's surface. And the major difference between back then and what is being reported now is that Jamaica has never found a large enough oil reserve for it to be commercially viable. Basically, long story short, Jamaica never yet find enough oil that them can sell and make a profit on it. But you'd be surprised. The thing about it is that Jamaica has been trying to find oil for a long time, even as early back as 1865, when Jamaica recorded its first oil seep find. So yeah, them find oil way back in the 1800s. You probably never know that. Now, with the recent find, it said that the oil that was found was said to be around 23 billion US dollars, or about 3.5 trillion Jamaican dollars. Yeah, first time in history, it looks as if Jamaica has finally found a large enough oil reserve for make a good piece of money off it.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Joel Mugisha. If you happen to come here for the first time, do me a favor, subscribe, like the video, share, drop a comment, and I'm sure that by the end of this video we're gonna get to know each other and like each other. So guys, big news today. Jamaica has discovered oil. All right. There is freedom coming your way, Jamaica. But this has been reports that are coming up, guys, lately, that Jamaica have discovered 7 billion barrels of oil offshore, in their offshore. That means that they did not discover this kind of oil inland, but they discovered it in the sea within the territory of Jamaica. And this is big news because this means economic prowess and prosperity for Jamaica. One of the latest countries to discover oil in the Caribbean was the country of Guyana, which actually used to have a GDP of only 3 billion US dollars. And currently they discovered their oil in 2015, and they began mining, extracting their oil and exploiting their oil in 2019. And of date, actually, Guyana has had the highest growing economy in the world, not just in the Caribbean. So Guyana has gone from just 3 billion US dollars in GDP to 14 billion US dollars of debt. Now it's actually closing in on Jamaica. Jamaica has about 16 billion USD in GDP, and Guyana to date has 14 billion. Look at that kind of growth in just a little number of years. Guyana has grown so much because they have been exploiting their oil. Now, a big blessing for Jamaica, as you have seen on the video, Jamaica has been trying to discover oil on its shores and inland for over decades now, since 1958, I believe. But now there is big news that has come up, guys, that Jamaica has discovered 7 billion barrels of oil. Do you know how much that is? That is a lot of oil discovered that can be exploited and also commercialized in order to aid the people of Jamaica. So if you're a Jamaican, this is big news for you. But now you have to know oil has a blessing and it has a curse. There is something they call the oil curse. You guys know, in the Caribbean, we have the number one country with the largest amounts of reserve of oil is Venezuela. Venezuela has over 300 billion barrels of oil. The number two country that we all know as the oil kingpin is Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia has about 236 billion barrels of oil, and Venezuela has over 300 billion barrels of oil. But now, many countries that discover oil, they tend to be actually oil-based economies. The oil becomes a curse instead of a blessing. So that's why it's called the oil curse. Venezuela, instead of, developing its economy and growing as much as it could have, this has become an oil curse for the nation of Venezuela. It has inflated their currency, and also the country has become destabilized. Another country I can give you an example of is Nigeria. Nigeria is has the largest oil reserves in Africa. But Nigeria also has the oil curse on its own, because the Nigerian government and the Nigerian economy has not actually been able to benefit from this oil discovery. because in Nigeria they have a lot of gangs actually who are stealing the oil, and a lot of oil mafias. Even up to date, the richest man in the African continent, Aliko Dangote, tried to build an oil refinery so that Nigeria, instead of just extracting the oil, selling it to Europe, for the Europe to now refine the oil and then sell it back to Nigeria at a higher cost, Aliko Dangote tried to build a refinery, but the government of Nigeria has refused to sell him oil. Can you believe that? So oil is, as much as it has been a blessing, it's also a curse. I can give you examples of countries who have turned oil to be blessing, and we all know that the Middle Eastern countries, Saudi Arabia, we have Dubai, the UAE, we have Oman, we have Kuwait, we have Qatar. These are countries that have been boosted by oil discovery. So Jamaica, you have actually discovered a good thing. There is a very big reports coming in that Jamaica has actually hit the oil jackpot. But now there are other people who are saying that this is a rumor because the government of Jamaica has not announced an official statement yet. But it seems like they have been having secret meetings, and some Jamaicans are angry because why is the Jamaican government not saying anything? Do they want just to benefit from this or by themselves, or what's going on? So some Jamaicans have been actually reacting on internet angrily. I want us to check out these videos, and then I'm gonna tell you what's going on, guys, and let's watch and see.
So Jamaica, here we strike oil. Well, have we stricken oil? Did we strike it? Is there oil? So we hear these things going back and forth, and we're quick to jump. Don't count your money till you actually see it. You ever hear that? Don't count your money yet. Keep your ears open. God gave us 2 ears and 1 mouth, so we must listen more than we speak. So we hear about, them fine it on the Prime Minister, keep quiet, because that is what causing the earthquakes and the tremors, and we're not stupid. Really? I mean, really, is that a logical thing to say? Really? So let's talk logics. So say we find oil. It's not on the shore. It's out at sea. That takes a while. Out at sea. Way out at sea. So them have to go set up a whole rigging and drilling system, and you must see, because it's going to be like a half of a town. We're talking billions of barrels. We're not talking couple barrel, 1 barrel or a couple quart of oil. Billions of barrels should last Jamaica a long time and help other countries. We depend less on oil. We depend less on other countries. It increases our financial situation. Schools get better, roads get better, infrastructure get better, gas prices go down, way down. But it takes investors. So the first thing is to find the investors to come in. They need to find out, is that so? Are they really billions of barrels? So a survey, a detailed survey has to be done. That could take a long time and spend billions too. Then when they see that and they say, okay, there are 10 billion barrels or 5 billion barrels or 1 billion barrel, we're willing to invest so much. Then they become the investors. Then the documentation, the legal documentation. Then the building of the plant and getting environmental involved, and environmental not just here but other countries too, because we could have an oil spill that goes into other countries. That takes a while too. Other countries have done it, so we can do it, but it will take a while. It's not tomorrow. Way down the road, could be years. So the government don't need to make no announcement yet, even though Mr. Vaz sent out something that it's not true. Well, is it true? Is it not true? I don't know, but we don't need to make no announcement yet. When they get it right and they do the proper survey and they realize how much money is there to be made and how much billions of gallons Jamaica has and is properly documented, then they will then have to say something, and any party would be happy to say it because it's going to improve Jamaica's economy. We're going to move from third world to first world, guaranteed, if this is so. It's going to make a difference, huge difference to Jamaica and Jamaican people. You can't hide this thing. This is an international project we're talking about. You can't hide it. It's not a little thing you can hide. So wake up, man. Wake up and think about it. Yes, we would love to have found oil. We hope it's there. Let's not count our eggs before they hatch. Let's give the process a chance. See, the people are going to be drilling have to find the money. They have to find investors. The overseas companies have to bring people in. People will have to be trained locally. Because we don't know how to do this business. We've never done it before. Unless some of you go away and work on oil rigs. So that's just my 2 cents today. I hope we do have oil. Don't push your government to say you should and you shouldn't. Don't talk things about that is what is causing the earthquake tremors. Just hold your corner. Get the facts straight. Look at what other countries have had to do. How long it took them. Then we have to get around to getting the investors. The proper paperwork and legal work has to be done. Environmental foundation and other environmental companies will have to come involved because we don't want an oil spill. And that's it. So my 2 cents today on oil in Jamaica. I hope it's true. But don't count your eggs yet. Wait, listen, do your research, and then you might have the facts soon. Have a great day.
This money for leave Jamaica, like, you don't even understand. Jamaicans, you don't even understand. This is what I'm telling you, Someone you need to start the research. Someone you need to start research and stop watch TikTok videos and all these things. You don't know how rich Jamaica is? You don't know how rich Jamaica is? This a mania and him friend them I keep big secret from Jamaicans. Only did know say Jamaican discover oil. Only did know say Jamaica have not 1 or 2 or 3, but probably 6 to 7 oil ports in Jamaica. Only did know all of this. Only did know so over 1 billion barrels of oil has been drilled from Jamaican oil mines. Only know none of this. Only know none of this. A Switzerland and World Dog them only know. Only know why go on in our own country. Only know that Jamaica discovered oil from 2015. And this a mania and him friend them has been keeping it a secret from them time. This a mania and him people them has been keeping all our wealth, yeah, for him and him family them. All of these infrastructures that's building up in Jamaica, you know. Them telling us a taxpaying money and them telling us a IMF money. Yeah, so you can stay in that debt and keep on work and rebuild that. When the money will build all of these things are, it already paid for. All of these infrastructures in Jamaica have already been paid for by the oil money. But they created systems where them are going to make uno pay back for that. You know what I'm saying? Uno are going to pay back for that when it's already been paid for. Jamaica, uno have oil. Jamaica is rich. You don't even understand. Uno never show on our chart. I'm going to show on our chart from 2015. I know a lot of you can read. Yeah? So, I'm going to read what go on here, so. Yeah? And everything they on Google. I'm not going to stay for the whole long because it's going to take too long to read. Yeah? So, I'm going to pause it and read it out. And then me to open the rest of the video. But everything what I say is straight facts. No lie. We don't have oil. This is one of the first chart them. Where them can actually show you the parts. And where they first discovered the oil in Jamaica. Look, Jamaican Observer. Yeah, them publish it, but them keep it a bit secret. Them keep it very small on the page. Yeah, because I don't know a lot of people are read the Observer. A lot of people don't even read. People just go up on the Observer right now for entertainment. Any look of mix up or any look of murder, but uno no look pan certain other part. Them show no, so them can't come out and say, oh, we never tell you no. But them never make it a breaking news. Them never make it as a big deal. For get no attention, them just put it there. So them can go back and say, oh, me they tell you no, see it with the post it. Junk them, but make any other thing, then put it front page. Yeah? House burn down, family lose them life, this a person a scam, then put them thing there, front page. But things like this, then back page. Back a door business them something here. Cause them don't want to know how rich you know. So when a lot of people did not say, oh, them say the Americans ship them outside of the sea next to Ocho Rios and other parts of Jamaica. When remember them time there? When that's all pure naval and what them a do here? What do you think Obama did come here to? I don't think Obama did come here to. Jamaica have been drilling oil for a very long time now. And Jamaican citizens is not getting not 1 penny out of that. Not 1 penny. What do you say? 7 billion barrels. 7 billion barrels, you know.
All right, my Jamaican followers, tell me in the comment section, is this just some rumors or is it a reality? But what do I think about this, guys? If this is a reality, I have to say there is no way the Jamaican government can actually hide this fact from, the citizens. Because if the Jamaican government was actually exploiting and exploiting oil offshore, you have to notice this, because there have to be big oil rig on the Jamaican shores and in the ocean. This is something that you cannot cover up. But what they might have covered up is that Jamaica has actually discovered this oil, and they are working towards contracts with companies, these oil drilling companies and governments and markets, to see how they can exploit these newfound resources. So I don't think that Jamaica is actually, or the Jamaican government is actually exploiting oil at the moment, because you cannot hide that. Be it inland, there have to be oil rigs. Be it offshore, there will be massive oil rigs, and you can actually notice that. So there is no way they can actually hide that. But if this is indeed true, then there is a blessing, I hope, coming for the people of Jamaica. And I hope this doesn't become another oil curse for the country of Jamaica. I hope this becomes a blessing that actually will boost the economy of Jamaica and the people of Jamaica to actually benefit from this. Have a Dubai kind of economy in the Caribbean, or a Qatari kind of economy in the Caribbean. These are small Middle Eastern countries that have been able to exploit oil and benefit their citizens. And I think Jamaica can also do that for the benefit of the Jamaican people. So guys, there you have it. That is today's episode. If you're new to this channel, kindly subscribe, like the video, share, drop a comment. Let me know what you think about today's episode. And as always, guys, see you on the next episode.